Hey everyone, Ashish on this side from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to another exciting video in the series of ESP-IDF. In today's video, you will learn how to interface HC-SR04 Ultrasonic Sensor with ESP32 microcontroller using the ESP-IDF framework. If you have ever wanted to measure the distance using the sound, like how the parking sensor detect obstacle, then this project is a great start. We'll go step by step from wiring the connection to writing the program and to reading the data on the serial monitor. Whether you are building a robot or just learning ESP32, then stick around. This one is going to be fun and it's beginner friendly. Now let's make the connection of ultrasonic sensor with the ESP32. You can see I have connected the ultrasonic sensor and the ESP32 on the breadboard. Now we will make the connections of ultrasonic sensor with this using the jumper wires. Now let me make the connections as per the given configuration. So here what exactly we're gonna do is we are gonna connect VCC to 5 volt, which means the V in pin of your ESP32, and ground to the ground, and your trigger pin will be connected to pin number 5, which is GPIO 5, and similarly echo pin will be connected to GPIO 18. Now let me do one thing, let me just make the connection and give you the final connections. So you can see we have made the connections of ultrasonic sensor with the ESP32 using the jumper wires. And now we can connect this entire circuitry to our system and we can flash the program accordingly. So let's move ahead. Alright everyone, now let's start with the coding part so that we can understand the whole process. So right here you can see this is the program which we have with us. So we have the complete coding ready with us so that I can directly start explaining you. And for that, let me do one thing. Let me just open up the Visual Studio and let me open up this project over there so that I can explain you the complete code as well as I can show you the demonstration of the HC-SR04, which is your ultrasonic sensor. So for that, let me just open up the project in the Visual Studio. All right, everyone. So you can see I have the project open in the Visual Studio, and right here you can see we have the includes directory inside which we have the ultrasonic.c and ultrasonic.h header file, which we will be using in the main.c script so that we can start understanding and we can start calling up the functions available inside this ultrasonic.c and ultrasonic.h. So these are the functions that we will be calling. Now let me go to the main.c. This is where we have the main function. And apart from that, cmake list.txt, here you can see we have included the include directory, and also we have included the ultrasonic.c file right here so that we can access it through the main.c sketch, or you can say the coding file, right? So now I'll go to the main.c. Inside this, we have simply call the header files, or you can say the libraries, which we will be using to call the functions and to execute the functionalities accordingly. And after that, I'm just initializing the variables with the values. So I have created like one variable with the name max underscore distance underscore centimeter. So in simple terms, you can say that I'm assuming that my ultrasonic sensor can sense up to the distance of 500 centimeter, which means that is your 5 meters. So this is the maximum distance that I'm assuming right now so that I can give a proper mapping and I can accordingly calculate the exact value for that. So that's what I'm doing right now. And also you can see here we have defined the trigger and the echo pins, and the trigger pin is connected to GPIO 5 and echo pin is connected to GPIO 18. So these are the 2 pins which I have set up in here so that I can read the data from the ultrasonic sensor. And similarly, you can see here we have a function, and apart from that, this is the main function, which is app underscore main, inside which I have just simply created xtask create so that I can call the ultrasonic underscore test function in the background, or you can say it will be running in the background continuously. This is what I'm doing right here. So that is the reason I've just called this function. Now let's understand the main function, which is ultrasonic underscore test, in which we have added the main functionality of this ultrasonic sensor code. Now let's go in here. So firstly, you can see this is your device descriptor, inside which I am just initializing a variable with the name sensor, or you can also call it as an object, because we are just setting up the values, or you can say the GPIO pins for the trigger and the echo pins. And just because we already have the variables defined for them, like right here, so we are just putting up those variables directly. So that's what we have done right now. Now I'm just initializing this device descriptor so that I can use that further to measure the distance with respect to the object coming in the way of your ultrasonic sensor. That's what I'm doing right now. Now over here you can see this is my while loop, inside which I have the complete functionality, and this is an infinite loop. And inside this it is going to read the data continuously with respect to the ultrasonic sensor. Now, firstly, I'm just initializing a variable with the name distance, which is in a float value, so that we can get the exact value, or you can say the decimal values also I'll be getting right here. And now I'm just going to call this function, which is ultrasonic underscore measure. And over here, I'm just setting up the descriptor. I'm just setting up the maximum distance. I'm just setting up the variable which will hold the value after reading up the data, or in other words we can say when this function will return that value will be returned inside this distance variable. So if you want to go ahead and you want to check like what is inside this function, you can see like these are the parameters defined for that. You can read this out, and also you can go inside and you can understand like what is happening inside this function. And apart from that, we have other functions available as well. So if you want to check and understand it better, you can go through this ultrasonic.c file so that you can use it in a different way into your project. So this is about this, and don't worry about the code. I'll leave a link in the description so that you can download the entire code directly, and you can start working on your project straight away. So let's go to the main.c again. Now that we have read the data, and with respect to that, we are just going to check that whether we are getting the correct value or we have got some error. So based on that, we are just setting up some conditions based on the switch statement. So we have just set up that, and based on that, we are just setting up whether we can't ping, or whether the ping timed out or the echo timed out, or if everything is fine, that means we are going to get some data. So you can see distance, and that distance will be with respect to this. So you can say this is the accuracy that I'm going to get up to the like decimal values, and accordingly this will be printed. And I hope now you have got the clarity. And also you can see I'm just setting up a delay of half second, which is 500 milliseconds. So I'm just using that delay. So every half second it is going to read the value and it is going to display on your serial monitor. So this is about the entire code. So I hope the code is clear to you and you don't have any further doubts. And in case you're feeling difficulty in understanding anything, or if you feel like you have some doubts regarding this ultrasonic sensor and the functionality, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section and I'll try to help you out as soon as possible. Now let's move ahead and let's upload this code to the ESP32 and let's see the functionality in action. So let's open it up, open this up. Now just upload the code by using this command. Now just enter it and just flash the code. All right, guys. So you can see the code is flashed successfully, and now you are able to see the value in centimeter, or you can say you can see the distance in centimeter. And this distance is basically the object. So basically your ultrasonic sensor has found one object at this distance, which is of almost 15 centimeter, right? So this is the reason we are getting this value. Now let me show you the a real demo so that you can also analyze like how the values are getting changed with respect to the movement of your ultrasonic sensor. So let's move ahead. All right, guys. So you can see we have the ultrasonic sensor interfaced with ESP32, and now it is connected to the system as well. And this is the value which we are getting right now for the distance, and the distance is between the ultrasonic sensor and the object coming in the way. So currently the object is this, which is the laptop like base, you can say. And that is the reason we are getting this value. If I like take it for backward, like I'm taking it here, now you can see the value changed. So the problem is sometimes we are getting this as the object, sometime we are getting the laptop screen as the distance, right? So that is why this is changing, but it's fine. Now let me do one thing, let me change in a different way, right? I'll keep it upward. Now you can see I'm changing the directions. So with respect to that, I am getting a different value. So you can see 212, 253, 57, 263. So this is how we are getting the value if I change the direction of ultrasonic sensor. So basically wherever it gets an object, with respect to that, it is going to give you a proper value, like at what distance it has detected that particular object. So currently 256 centimeter means 2.56 meters. So this is how far it can detect the object. So I hope this is clear to you now, and now you have got a clarity like how to use the ultrasonic sensor with ESP32 using the ESP-IDF. So this is all about it, but still if you are facing any difficulties, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. So this was it for today. I hope I was able to make you clear about the concept on ultrasonic sensor using the ESP32 with the ESP-IDF. So this was it. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and happy learning.